play, and we'll catch you by. Now you go right there, bro. You go.
Go into the fold and turn website layouts into an art form with Wix Studio. Create the grid you want, shaping every
Tuning back in for another video, y'all. So I wasn't gonna post no more reactions on my main channel, but I feel like this video is highly recommended to be on my main channel because it was gonna reach a lot of audience than my other channel. I'm probably gonna post it on both, but before we get into it, I wanted to play a song shouting out Ksoo. As y'all can tell by the title, my boy Ksoo has been charged with the murder that he was fighting trial for. So free my dog Ksoo, bro. I really hate that, bro. Like real talk, I really hate that, bro. But before we even get into the reaction video, I want to come here and talk to the youth, bro. Like I'm 25 right now. I'm still young. I feel like y'all might say unk, but I'm 25. I'm still young. So this goes for everybody. But this really main for like the young guys that's coming up that's like between the age of 13 and 16 and like 18, bro. Like y'all gotta get out the streets, bro. Like go back to playing football, bro. Like go back to playing basketball, whatever you like to do. Like y'all could be yourself. Y'all don't have to be so tough all the time, bro. Like I'm not gonna come here and sugarcoat nothing because I feel like every time somebody get charged with something that they participated in, everybody want to sugarcoat it and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm a big Jetty Young fan. I'm a big Young and Ace fan, and I'm a big Ksoo fan. So I am not gonna try to sit here and be biased. I'm gonna be here and be honest because I feel like that's what the youth really need, bro. And it's really coming from my heart. Um, but yeah, like bro, like I really was when I looked on my phone and seen that the one of the little pages posted it, it really hurt me because and it felt like it was somebody like a friend, cause like I've been watching Ksoo come up since he was with Jay and them, he was hanging with Jay and all them. So I was just thinking like, bro, like this gotta stop because like, bro, like it's so many camps been affected by this stuff, bro. Like, I'm gonna start off with JD Youngin, bro. Like, if you live by the gun and you die by the gun, like my dog Jay, he passed away in 2022. His camp, I feel like haven't fully recovered from that incident. Is like, they not really, they not popping because he was a muscle. Like, then FG, he in jail. Then like they whole team got hit with a Rico, and I feel like, you know, even if Jay wouldn't have passed away, I feel like he would have got hit with the Rico also. He'd have been in jail. So it's like either you gonna die in the streets or you gonna go to jail for the rest of your life. And I feel like yeah, the money and cars and stuff cool, and the girls and stuff, but like K-State don't have like half them girls that probably he was messing with. Probably haven't even checked up on him. Some of them putting no money on his books. They probably gonna post on Instagram, but Ace had to come out of pocket, and whoever else had to come out of pocket for stuff like that, bro. But the thing I want to come on here before we get into it and just say like, bro, like the streets not worth it, bro. Like his own dad turned on him. So imagine what your friends would do that you call your friends, bro. Like half his friends that he was doing stuff with turned on him. So imagine like you think they said that when they was hanging out, they probably was saying that like I never turned on you, we gonna ride or die, bro. Like you gotta sit down and think about it, bro. Like nobody gonna sit and do time for you, bro, because and I'm gonna be honest, like I tell my friends every day, bro, like before y'all go if y'all ever do anything stupid, I'm not about to sit here and do time for y'all. See, I'm not gonna be the other people in line and be like, yeah, we gonna ride. But if it's some shit that I didn't do and I told you not to do it, bro, I'm not about to take the charge for you because it's like you want me to go sit down and do the time, but you want to go out and be free. I gotta do 40 years. So you might call me on the phone for like, the first couple 2-3 months, but after they start getting to 2-3 years, you're gonna have a life, you're gonna have to work, you're not gonna be worried about me. I'm gonna be in there fighting for my life. And I got a family that I gotta be at. You're not gonna put money on my books, make sure my family's straight. So, but you gotta be logical, and I feel like that's what our world, our generation is lacking. Everybody want to be real, but when real time happen, nobody want to be real. But I feel like if you be honest with people before, you won't be called a rat. You won't be called this. But at the end of the day, what does that matter? Because if you do take a charge for somebody, what they gonna say? Oh, you're a RN, you a real nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it really don't matter. But like, his dad was wrong because that's your flesh and blood. You birthed this, you made him come into this world, and now you're gonna turn your back on him. Like, I personally couldn't do that to my son. Like, if Jason ever did anything, I knock on wood, I pray every day that nothing like that happen. I hope they, go by right, but I couldn't take the stand against my own son, bro. I couldn't take the stand. I just feel that's something in my heart I couldn't do. But what I'm saying about the camps, like JD Young camp is, they camp dying down. All they people got is jail or, Jay passed away. Now Young and Ace, they lost Ksoo, they lost other people into their gang to death and stuff like that. Then, Young and Ace lost brothers right when he was blowing up. Then they into that stuff with Julio Fulio, like that stuff could come back up and get brought up on Ace or whatever. So it's just a lot of stuff that is really is in a looking on the outside and really looking at it, none of this stuff is worth it because like all that money they pay for this lawyer for they had to pay all this money to this lawyer for Ksoo. That's money down the drain, and it's sitting back. It's not really worth it. And like we can't really sit here and just feel so bad because if you really sit back and look, Ksoo wasn't just. I'm not saying he was a bad dude, but I'm saying that he was promoting a lot of stuff like in his song. I know you can't say lyrics and stuff, but at the end of the day, it's like you know what he was promoting and what he was saying about certain people. So he knew what this stuff come with. He knew what the lifestyle that he was living it came with. Although everybody want to beat it, but you got to be understanding that what it come with though. And like for all the reason I'm not really saying this to them because they know they got the money to do whatever. He probably gonna be straight in there, but I'm saying this to like the people that's like me. We don't have 500,000 to put up against a lawyer. We don't have $20,000 to put towards a lawyer, $30,000, $40,000 to put up of a good lawyer that's gonna help you fight a case. And that's the thing that I feel like the youth is not understanding. Like these rappers that like young, like if he would have beat this case, a lot of people would have been like, this and that. But y'all gotta understand how much money that these artists are putting up, and I feel like that's what the artists need to start saying. How much money they be putting up. Like y'all know how much money that Young Thug probably had to put up to his case to beat the feds, bro. He probably had to pay his lawyer probably over $1 million, bro. Like, and that's not even just like. Then you got to think about that still with with bills and stuff going on at home. Sit back and think. Half of y'all that be acting like that, y'all can't even go to y'all parents and ask them for $20. So what you think they gonna say when the lawyer be like, "Oh, before we can even talk, I need 5 bands up front." That's light. 5,000 up front to talk. Then you still might have to come back and spend a whole nother 10. So it's like that's a whole 15 like that you could have put anything. And then your mom still got to pay her car note, bills, take care of her other kids. She got other kids, still put money on your books. So like at the end of the day, it's not really worth it because all they whole camps lost. Like Fulio camp, they lost Julio, they lost Fulio. Young and Ace lost Ksoo and his brothers. Young 23, they lost Jay. Like they lost their whole gang to the feds. So it's like, bro, it's really not worth it. We gotta stick together. We gotta start coming back to making the sports stuff popping, like, or just something like it's not always about being a tough guy, cause a tough guy really never wins, bro. Like the tough guy always end up dead or in jail, bro. And it's just a whole bunch of ways that we just seen right here how that transpired. But we about to go into we're gonna try to find a reaction. Um when he got found guilty. And I think there's a clip right here. We're gonna click this one and we'll go into it. So here we go.
Ever find a sample you like, but it's not quite what you imagined? This is Reimagine in Co-Producer. You can take any sample you find.
Now his lawyer looking sad. And we can't hear no audio? Y'all ain't some servants or this big busting.
So you can hear? I'm not sure if it's up to date.